Hi, beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to New Era. My name's Emma. Capricorn is a little bit of a maybe not different reading, but I'm gonna ask for like what is going on towards the end of the year. When we wrap this year up, maybe the beginning energies of the next year, what is happening for Capricorn? Okay, and we're soon, very soon, coming into your sign. So happy early birthday, Capricorn, and you're like this new solar year for you, as this is a startup, like the new year is not the new year for you. Now, when we're coming into Capricorn season and when your birthday is your new solar year, right? It's a social thing, it's a collective thing that we do the new year, and everyone is like having new year's resolutions and all of that, like it's beginning of January. But your new year is now. You're wrapping it up now and you're having new beginnings like now. So as you are, the more you're coming in now to your, like the closer we are to the depending on when you listen to this, obviously, but we're coming into towards the end here. So it is in alignment with your solar year, happens to be in alignment with the collective, but it's not because it's the New Year's, it's because it's Capricorn season. Does that make sense at all? So you probably are getting like really excited. You're wrapping things up for sure, and you're coming into your new solar year. And having Pluto moved out, and you will probably have already heard this over and over and over again because it's everywhere. All the astrologers are talking about it. I don't know that. I heard probably 2 or 3, but like I just feel like it's everywhere. Pluto is moving out of Capricorn and is now in Aquarius, and it's there to stay for 20 years or so. And it means it has been in your sign for 20 years, which means it's like, we are purging, we're putting things in the fire that doesn't fit or doesn't match or doesn't, it can be a really transformative time. So your past 20 years can really have felt like, why even bother? Why am I even here? Like, what's up with this? I'm not saying you haven't had happy moments or that you haven't felt like, wow, this is a really fun period or whatever. But like over this past 20 years probably has been really life-changing in all areas for you. And now it's like you're catching a break. Pluto has moved away and is now in Aquarius and doing the same thing with Aquarius for the next 20 years. So you're like off the hook. It means it's like good tax return. It's like good karma returns. It's like your dharma is here. It's time to like live the life or lead the life that you always planned for, but never you never really got it to work. And now here it is. Like, here's the time. Okay. With all of that said, we're starting generally here, and then we're going to go deeper and deeper. And at the end, we're going to hear what your angels have to say. What do we have for Capricorn, please? Towards the end of this year, maybe in the beginning of next. What is the energy? Moving forward, that's for sure. Get ready for positive change. Very fitting. And animal bond. I don't know how many times I've had this card now. So I think more and more this is turning into a collective thing. We're going to do one thing at a time. So we have the moving forward and we have animal bond. Did you have moving forward last time too? Or was it the cheer up or like, anyway. Yeah, this is for sure when we're coming into this new, get ready for positive change. And I mean, we have the polar bear there, or as I used to say, ice bear, because we say isbjörn in Swedish. Ice bear. I just feel like whatever, we have a lot of snowflakes and like cold, stagnant energy or a little bit harsh energy that we're moving out of. And sitting on this polar bear, it just feels like whatever's in your way is just not gonna, I don't mean that you're gonna butcher everyone you see or sort of trample all over a person that's already laying down or like whatever. But it's like it's a feeling of, it's such a forward momentum, or it's such a movement of the positive forward. There's no stopping. There's just no stopping. I feel like I've used this analogy before, but I see this ship. You know, these ships, like these huge ships coming in, like with cargo or whatever, cargo ships that are coming in like through the ice. And like thick ice. And you would think that like a regular little boat probably wouldn't like it wouldn't go anywhere. But this huge ship, it's almost like it's just crashing through it, like it doesn't matter. Like, I don't, ice, schmice, I don't care. You know, it feels like it feels like your momentum, probably from the past 20 years of buildup, or what you want job wise, like career wise, relationship wise, health wise. You're so on your trajectory, I think it's called, to like who you truly are, that there's just no stopping. Right? And I'm going to read from a Swedish book here with the polar bear and see what that represents. Djurens språk, animals language, with polar bear, which is isbjörn in Swedish. Isbjörn is not on S. I don't know what I was looking for. Vänta. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I just need to get into the Swedish mindset. I, H, I. Isbjörn. I'm going to read in Swedish first and then translate. Ur en stark gemenskap föds starka individer. From a strong community, or a strong, community, the strong individual is born. So it's like, no man is an island, or like it's not one man for himself, or woman for that matter. No, it just feels like this talks about, it's really important that like your strength is going to come from surround yourself with good people, surround yourself with a community that you can just thrive in, or like good friends, or if it's family members, like however that shows up in your life. Or if it has not shown up in your life, this is the time, like you're going to find most strength in just joining the party where you have like-minded people. Like join that group or community or set of friends that just really build you up. Min gåva till dig är att vara självständig. My gift to you is to be independent. So this feels like it's like complete. Ur en stark gemenskap för starka individer. It feels like I'm speaking directly in opposition to that, but my understanding is like my gift to you is to be independent, is that as you are in this community, coming out of this community creates strong individuals. A community creates strong individuals. Is not being on your own and isolated and feeling like you're an outcast. That is really creating, that's being independent because you're traumatized, basically. This is when you're building your confidence and you're building your power and your strength within as you're surrounding yourself with these people. So paradoxically, maybe the first time ever, it feels like if you're on your own and you really feel isolated and like an outcast, you really long to that, like you really want that belonging. Maybe you don't even understand that you want it. Maybe you're even talking yourself down to, no, I'm not interested in that. But it's interesting how or if we compare it to like the time when we really need support, or maybe money, or just, whatever to get us by, it seems like there's no hands available. There's no support. There's no free-flowing money, And then when you sort of start to get the hang of things and start to really come into balance and things really are starting to flow your way and you actually don't need it anymore, then there's a lending of the money. There's all of a sudden the invite, and there's all of a sudden there's like, come join this thing. Now that you don't need it anymore because you've grown so much and becoming stronger and stronger, you're going to feel like don't need it anymore. That type of independence is what I'm talking about. That doesn't mean you're going to escape the group or the community or the whatever. It just means that you are coming from you don't need it because there's a hole or there's a gap within you that you want to fill or that feels like it's broken. It's more like I'm full of myself in the best way. And it's just nice to have beautiful friends around you or nice to have a community around you. I think you know what I mean. Här handlar det om att erkänna ditt beroende av andra för att själv bli stark. Wow. This is about recognizing that you are dependent on others so that you yourself feel strong. So it doesn't talk about codependency. It doesn't really talk, I mean, we're talking about independence. It's like one sentence is talking about one thing and then the other in the exactly opposition, and then the third like the first one again. So it feels like it's in opposition to each other, but it really isn't. It's about understanding that, you know, if you felt isolated or like abandoned or like you you were never really a part of a community or you felt like you didn't fit in, coming from the isolated place and feeling like you really need people, it can be like almost like a self-defense mechanism to not reach out, to just fix everything yourself, become so independent that you don't need anyone. I've done the same thing. But to come in the situation where understanding that the biggest growth is actually to reach out a hand and to actually, not to reach out a hand, maybe reach out a hand to other people as well, but like to actually ask for help, to not constantly be the giver or the nurturer or the taking care over something, or, you know, it's you being able to understand that, yeah, you're going to grow the most as you're now being able to receive support and upliftment. And but it's not even in a way that maybe it is that someone wants to lend you money or like you're in that position. I just feel like you're getting stronger and stronger by the day. So it's not going to be about that. It's going to be about you feeling strong and understand that you really thrive among people and that we do need each other, right? Wow. From the polar bear. Get ready for positive change. Yeah. So it's like it's inevitable. It's going to happen whatever you like about it or not. And you're going to really love it because it's what you've been waiting for, basically. It's a snowball effect that you can't stop. It's just in motion and good things are going to start to happen. And then animal bond. Like this has come up so many times now, both for the YouTube readings and for a lot of the private readings. And usually when that comes up over and over again, I feel like it's a collective message. So this might mean that you are really, it can mean several things. It can mean that you literally are just thinking about animals. You want an animal in your life. You want to surround yourself more with animals. It can be that you're starting to see like wildlife. You start to see wildlife more. You're out in the woods and all of a sudden like they're coming up close and personal. They're just everywhere around you. There's a gazillion birds here. And they might really speak to you right now, like being super close or coming up to the window, or like you just know that they're for you. It can also be that you're tuning into your, what is that called? Your spirit animal. Your spirit animal, that you're, all of a sudden, it's like you have this animal with you. Like an eagle, like there's a lot of birds there. So it can be like an eagle or a panther or, I don't know, a zebra. But like you can, all of a sudden you can have these powerful animals that are showing up. And for whatever reason, you start to see them everywhere. Like for me, it has been a peacock and even a penguin. Like the penguins keep showing up and the peacock is just everywhere. And they represent different things. You can even Google them and see what they represent. But I think the most important thing is to understand, like to feel, what do you think about as you see or feel this animal? You know, what do you feel about them? And understand that they're with you on this journey right now for a certain reason, they want to show you something or just show that's this type of support that you're bringing in right now. The animal bond also for me represents that you are climbing on the vibrational ladder. As the animals are really not that interested in you, if you're in the lower spectrum of the vibration, nature and kids and animals just won't gravitate towards you. Like they just won't, because they're playing in the higher field, in a higher frequency. And the fact that you are surrounding yourself, this is what I mean. This is collective, and I really like this, because if it is collective, it means that there's a lot of people in the collective that really are doing a good job at really climbing right now, to really coming into a higher standard, if you will. A higher, meaning you tolerate less things that just doesn't match you anymore. The tolerance level for stuff is just sort of gone way up. Or if you want to look at it the other way, gone way down. Like, you don't yeah, there's not much that is gonna like come your way where you're like, yeah, maybe I don't like it so much, but you're welcome in. No, that's not gonna happen anymore. It's also like it's a way to just really reconnect with your own being, like with your own inner being, to just become more authentic and more truthful. And we already had that. We're already seeing this is what you're doing right now, Capricorn. This is so interesting. Okay, going deeper into this message. Wow, like almost all the time for this beginning energy. Yeah, creating a new foundation. Firm foundation, number 4. I call it the money spot. The lower back is my money spot. So if you have trouble with like feeling really tired, and you might sort of, it can be that you've been standing up like a long day, you've been standing all day, and it's like you're going to get tired in your back, right? But if you're really, really balanced there, it's going to take quite a lot for you to feel like, in however way you stand or sit or crawl or do whatever you do, fly. If that sort of lower back is really imbalanced, you're not going to really feel it too much. But like there can be, normal things happening in a day where you're going to feel that. But if you feel it, like if you feel you haven't done all that much, or like all of a sudden you have almost like aches in the lower back, that's usually you feeling like you're not supported, or there's lack of money, or there's, lack of support. This is the other way around for you. You're laying a new foundation. You're creating real stability for yourself. And I don't mean the type of stability, although that's going to be the consequence. Just like I explained, when you're not in need of people's support and money anymore, then all of a sudden there they are, When you're in need of it, meaning you need it, you feel like you lack it, then that's what you're sending out to the universe. And so the universe sends you more lack. And now when you're not needing it anymore, you're creating your own foundation, you're starting to feel really stable, then that's what you're sending out to the universe, and the universe sends stability back to you, support, finances, So I'm feeling like you're creating a really good foundation for yourself. And this can also be for the community, because we have a community, because we've had the feeling of, isn't it annoying that I crack myself up? I don't know how else I was going to do it. Yeah, that's what you get for being arrogant. What was I saying? Right. So the community thing is like you're also creating a new foundation of finding your soul tribe. It's like you're starting over in a way, and I don't care what age you're at. It's like you're starting over, and like here's what I want. Okay, dude, not dude as in God, but like universe. Here's what I want. Here's my idea of foundation. Here's my idea of support and stability. You really are creating that now. And this is for the end of this. This is you coming into your new solar year. And this is for the end of this year as the collective. 4 is also about foundation and heart. It's a heart matter. Okay. I saw it on the bottom, so I'm going to show it. Oh, and I got super dizzy. Okay. Okay. Jeez. So some of you guys might literally have these dizzy spells sometimes, or like feeling nauseous. Drink water, heaps of water. I feel like I've drank so much more water lately, because I feel like I need more grounding lately because of super strong energies lately. So drink more water, ground yourself in whatever way you can do that. Like if you still can, I probably could, but it's like so freezing cold here now. Soon, sometimes there's snow, and soon probably will be lots more snow. But if you can put your feet on the ground, that's really, really, really good. Yeah, I get the devil card. This is showing up as temptation. It's 15. This might be like you're so on the right move. You're so in the right direction. You're so really starting to come into your own and really figuring out like what do I want? Like I don't want to sound like you have 3 years left in this life because most of you don't. But like what do I want for the rest of my life? Like what canvas do I want to paint? Right? So as that shows up, I feel like you are really on a good, solid path here. But you can be tempted to go back into your sort of old devilish behavior. Sometimes you will be drawn into like, it's not a clear cut, like, oh, and Pluto moved out and now it's in Aquarius. So that's 100% off with that and then 100% on with that. It doesn't work like that. That's going to be like a slow and steady wins the race withdrawal of the energy, and then a slow and steady wins the race, increase for Aquarius. So the same thing here, like you're on such a good path right now, but it's like slow and steady wins the race. We're going to do this slow and steady, and you're going to see improvement, and then every once in a while, you're going to think maybe I need to just withdraw and go back into my old behavior, my old ways for a moment, because you just need that old stability match with the new stability, because your nervous system is like regrouping. Is like, okay, we're getting new information here. What's up? Like this might even feel dangerous because you're used to your old behaviors and old patterns. And so as you're regrouping, you might fall back into your old behavior, and that's fine. When you do, it's not even an if. When you do, then be kind to yourself. If you're like, you just feel it in your entire being that alcohol just doesn't do it for you anymore. It just sort of messes everything up. You get really weird in your body. It almost feels like you're drinking toxic liquid. And you're like, yeah, so that's not going to happen anymore. I'm going to probably cut down on alcohol, or I'm going to cut it out completely. And then here comes this situation, and there's the wine, or there's the beer, or liquor, whatever. And you sort of somewhat feel like I probably shouldn't, but then you do anyway. And when you do, or sugar, or people, or series, or playing, if you're in the casinos, like however this is showing up for you, porn, however this is showing up for you, don't judge as you go back there. Just don't judge it. You're okay. Think of it how much you live there and how much you're trying to improve now. And going back there for a second and then regroup again, you're good. You're just fine. This is on the bottom. It shows up. I saw it, but it's nothing more than that. It doesn't come out. It didn't even flip. It's very minor energetically. What comes out though, y'all, is this. And I'm going to read from the book. The light card. Ooh. The sun is coming in. Sorry. So the light card is, if that wasn't understood, the sun is coming in. But like the light card is the sun in the traditional tarot, which is the best, happiest, it's forward moving. It's also being able to make decisions, I feel. Like if you have been stagnant in not knowing which, like, should I do this, should I do that? It's going to get easier to make decisions. Okay, this card reassures you that this is your time to be in the light. No matter what's happening around you, prosperity and bliss are promised. That's what I feel with this. I don't care. I'm cruising through the ice blocks. All can go on around you, and it's just too much momentum of the good. Like, it's not going to be slowed down anytime soon. Prosperity and bliss are promised. The qualities of this brilliant card are pleasure, happiness, contentment, growth, success, joy, and illumination. How about that? The light always brings forth new birth, a constant renewal of life. This is one of the best, if not the most positive card in the deck. And it's yours. Well, this is mine, but anyway. This is now your moment to shine. The radiance from within will be there for all to see. As people become attracted to the rays of your spiritual light, and by being compassionate, generous, inspiring, and a leader, many will benefit as they feel the warmth emanating from you. Be discerning, but also be open to whatever or whomever you're attracting, for your rays reach far and wide. The light card reminds you that because of its power, nothing remains in the dark. Through its illumination, truths and certain paths before you begin to emerge. That's what we have with the Devil card. That's so fitting. And can be truly seen. Using the energy of positive thoughts and continually thinking about the happiest and most joyful of memories will light the path before you even more brightly and attract exactly what you're emanating. Keep on shining. So, I mean, this is such a good start for your new solar year. Like, starting with your birthday and just moving on, this is your year. This is a turning point for sure. And if you're looking for love, we have number 19 there, which speaks about Prince or Princess of Heaven, which means that for some of you guys who are looking for love, you haven't found that love just yet, but they're in the ethers. They're in the essence around you. And I feel like as you just step more and more into your own clothing, if you will, if you're growing into your own shoes, if you will, there they are. I just feel like they're on the next level. You were never supposed to attract someone on the lower level that you came from. You're now supposed to attract someone from the higher level, if that makes sense. Okay, some finishing thoughts from your angels. What do we have for Capricorn, please? Wow, I think your reading is like 10 minutes or even, was it even more than Sagittarius, which was the first one out. You're so worth it. Birthday people coming up anyway. Okay, what do you have for Capricorn, please? Improving health. And I feel one more. Peaceful resolution. Yeah, it just keeps on giving. Improving health and peaceful resolution. It's interesting. I can't speak. Look at that. I just feel like there's like a. It's interesting because it feels like the angel or woman behind the DNA sort of string thingy is almost like it's moving. Like doing a 3D thing. Anyway, improving health. I think that just by you just stepping into more and more becoming you, anything that has been in resistance is going to drop. It can mean weight. It can mean illnesses or health issues that has been due to a resistance of you not being fully yourself. And as you're fully are coming into alignment, means you're shedding a lot of the negative health situations for you. I feel also that this is for someone that is in the health realm, like you really are looking into ways to improve your health and therefore ways to improve other people's health. Like this can even be your life purpose, that you are really in this field and want to help others in certain capacities. And I think these are new things coming online, like new technologies. I had for one person the other day, it was a personal reading. It was a Zoom call. Anyway, that she was supposed to work with people with sound and light. I mean, I know of these frequency machines, but I don't know if we already have on the planet like these sound and light machines. Like certain sounds had certain like resonances with certain organs in the body, and the light, yeah, light waves or something, light and tones like coming together, and that would be like such a healing thing. And I was like, I don't know if this exists. Maybe it exists already on the planet. Just because I don't know of it personally doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It was something that she was supposed to sort of look into and be part of. I feel like this is some new technologies will come online, and just things that we have, things that has always been floating around is now coming online. Like we're now seeing it, if that makes sense. And some of you guys who resonate with this are going to be a part of that, like be very in the lead of this. And then just peaceful resolution. If there are things like financially, health-wise, relationship-wise, job-wise, however that shows up in your life, that you've been struggling a bit to make something work, or like this has been an issue for you, it's going to resolve itself now. As you're coming into your birthday month, your birthday season, this is your new solar year, and we're coming into the next side of this year. I just feel like it just feels smoother and smoother. The only thing is like the brighter you get, the more, like it said in the book, the brighter you get, the more that's going to illuminate the dark. So the dark is going to be really seen, but it's not there to stay forever. It's being illuminated. It's being pierced through. So just because you see it doesn't mean it's here again for you to dive into. It's like, yeah, I see that now, but bye. Like, it's not for you to invite into your life again. Other than that, the Sun card, big positive change. It's a turning point. It's really gorgeous. Okay, that's what I have for you, beautiful people. Happy holidays, everyone. Take care. Bye.